Hello and welcome to the Super 20p Arcade Challenge, and we're playing a game that we played on the RetroTech 120p Arcade Challenge, and that is Shinobi, one of the most famous sort of platform shooters of the 1980s. I don't know if we're ready for this conversation. Is this game slightly overrated? Now, I really like the sequels. I really love Revenge of the Shinobi. I love Shinobi 3. And yeah, sure, we all have to start somewhere. But there's certain bits about this game that I just don't think are particularly good. There's certain situations where, when you're playing through it, unless you know where a particular enemy's going to be, sometimes they can kind of ambush you a bit. Like if you go backwards, like you can suddenly get attacked and there's no chance to react. And the bosses... Like the first boss is a bit of a there's no pattern to the fireballs he throws, and you have to hit a very small square on his head. It doesn't seem to me to be a particularly well designed first boss. Marilyn Monroe there, by the way, coming back to her in a minute. Yeah, there's that, and there's other bosses that, like you'll see in my playthrough. There's another boss that I get to, who I deal with quite easily because it's not very well designed. It seems like there wasn't a lot of playtesting done with this game. As controversial as that is, I don't think Shinobi 1 is as good as people think it is. Yeah, let's not forget that I don't get that far. Spoilers, but the that wall boss, like it's just that boss is just badly designed. Anyway, so yeah, a bit of a broken game. I get why people like it, but it's not for me. So Shinobi is a Sega game. It came out in 1987. It had a few conversions. It came out on the home computers courtesy of Virgin. It was on the Master System courtesy of Sega. I don't think it came out on the Mega Drive. It came out on the PC Engine by Asmic, and believe it or not, the NES by Tengen. Which, is a bit strange. But there was a few Sega games that Tengen put out on the NES. I think it put out Afterburner. I think Strider's Capcom, but, you know, there's sort of games that you consider to be kind of Sega exclusive that aren't actually. Going back to our genital facts of the week, because we're going to do that, and Marilyn Monroe. So I saw Marilyn Monroe there, and I thought, let's look up celebrity scandals of the 1950s and see what we can see. Oh, here's another broken bit, by the way, before we go any further. Has anyone actually ever done this? We watched someone do it this week. Anyway, I did celebrity scandals of the 1950s. So I looked at an article which was on... the internet, and I thought, there's some decent stuff here, some salacious content, which is what we all want. And so we've got George Reeves, who was the original Superman, as our first one. We're going to do 5. He was found dead, believed to be by suicide. However, when the wife of notorious Hollywood problem fixer died, she claimed on her deathbed that Eddie Mannix, which was the name of her husband, he was like a problem fixer. If you know what that is, it's kind of someone like a mobster who's kind of in the employ of the Hollywood moguls. She reckons that he was offed because he had an affair with her. George had an affair with Eddie Mannix's wife. So yes, and that was many years after that came out. Now, second part, this is a nice one, as in salacious, juicy, Sun, news of the world, it's sort of kind of content, this. Gloria Graham from It's a Wonderful Life and Oklahoma divorced husband Stanley Clements when she got herself pregnant with a co-star called Nicholas Ray. These things happen, not brilliant, didn't happen so much back then, but things got worse because she was then found by Nicholas Ray having relations with his 13-year-old son from his first marriage. So just like those pornographies where a stepmom gets caught and stuck somewhere and then she starts having altercations with her stepson, that's what happened there. Now, she denied it at the time, of the divorce, but after a third marriage failed, she then married the stepson, who was obviously a bit older than 13 at that point. So, no smoke without fire there, love. Fact number 3, J. Edgar Hoover, during the communist witch hunts of the era, kept a dossier which has never been released on many celebrities after work activities, as in, getting jiggy with it, which rumoured to include Walt Disney, Charlie Chaplin and Marilyn Monroe. Now, Charlie Chaplin, I'm not going to go into detail here, but if you want to know more about what a bit of a pervert Charlie Chaplin was, go and have a look at my video on Charlie Chaplin. I'll put a link at the end for that. Fact number 4, Joan Crawford's former husband, from before she was famous, tried to get some of that sensationalist money by saying she had filmed a video of an adult nature which was described by people in the industries as a bit of a stag film. I presume it didn't involve the animal stag, because they should have probably covered that up, but more that, she was being manhandled by a strange man, but or men, maybe, as it's a stag film. And this video was apparently handed around lots of different industry parties. MGM found all copies of the video and paid off the aggrieved husband to the tune of $100,000, which was a lot of money back then. And as I say, all copies that are known to have existed were destroyed. And it wasn't like people had a VHS recorder back in like the 1950s. So there. And number 5, most famous of all, and it neatly brings us back to those images of Marilyn Monroe in the first level. It was famous that she, of course, had rumours of an affair with both President John F. Kennedy and his brother, Attorney General Robert F. Kennedy, not the current Robert F. Kennedy, although he looks like he could die at any minute, just like someone who would be probably now about 150 years old, like the old Robert F. Kennedy. Have you heard that guy speak? He sounds like Krang from the Turtles. I only said Shredder, but good recovery me. But yeah, her suicide death was questioned by people because there was a rumour of that nature, and there was connections that was potentially going to be used by the mob as blackmail against the president to get them their way. So she was offed, and it sort of went away, but there's always been discussed her mysterious departure from this realm. And that is the end of your genital facts. Again, sorry it wasn't an animal one. There's not a lot of animals in Shinobi. Last time we did this, I think I did spiders, because there's a fake Spider-Man in the first level. So, yes, there you go. Good. Right, what have we got coming up on the channel this week? So, a bit after the Lord Mayor's show, after the special I did for Halloween, but we're going back to the world of comics with a weird games license, and we're going to look at Usagi Yojimbo, which is, of course, if you know your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, he was a guest star in that, but wasn't actually created by Eastman and Laird. He was created by a Korean fella whose name I forget, because I did the video probably about 6 weeks ago now, and it's an actually pretty good game, and I recommend watching that and then giving the game a go, because it's got stuff going on, and what I like with old Spectrum games is when they've got stuff going on. So yes, it's a very good game, and watch the video, see if you like it. You can also play it on your Amstrad and your Commodore 64. It's quite good graphically as well on all 3 formats, so yeah, worth a look, that one. How did I get killed then? He had his sword in the back swipe. It's like, well, I suppose if I landed on a sword, that's probably what would happen to me. So yeah, good. Yeah, so yeah, as I say, 6 weeks ago I did that video. I'm so ahead of my videos now. I've got the next 7 weeks, which takes me up to the week before Christmas. I feel very organised this year. If you're wondering what my Christmas videos are going to be, and you're probably not, but I'm going to be covering the games based on the first Gremlins film this Christmas. I've done one before, which was on the Game Boy Advance, but yeah, it's the other ones. There's quite a few. To the point where I didn't have to go into Gremlins 2. And in fact, I'm actually going to do Gremlins 2 probably next Christmas, because there's 4 different games based on that, even though that's not set at Christmas. But there you go. I should explain the challenge. I realised I haven't done that yet. Sloppy YouTube work. No wonder that I don't have the subscribers of many far better, more talented YouTubers. So yes, the challenge is basically you can have as many practice goes as you want, but as soon as you press record, that is your run, sir. And you upload it onto Facebook via YouTube, Vimeo, whatever you like. Most people just use YouTube, and yeah, you go from there. There's a Ninja Shinobi helicopter. And yeah, have a look at other people's videos on the channel. They might get a bit further. You might see what's happening further on in Shinobi. And if you want to take part in the challenge, you can as well if you wanted to, because we always like new people coming in and playing the games. Look, see how cheap this is, by the way. My first go, like, I nearly killed it. But my second go, I work out that you can just kind of edge away from the screen, hitting it with shurikens, and the ninjas never appear, meaning that the black turtle helicopter cannot attack you. Bad game design. Shinobi has bad game design, and I refuse to believe anyone who says anything differently from that. And as I say with this bit is completely random as well, because there's times where the guys here will jump to the foreground and then they'll instantly jump again, meaning you can't beat it. It's bad. It is a badly designed game. Is it a bad game? No, I think the controls are pretty sharp and very responsive, and overall it's quite fun to play, but the bosses are terrible, and it needed more playtesting, and I think a lot of people excuse it for its faults. If I was reviewing this, I'd give it a 7, maybe a 6 out of 10 Shinobi, and that is, I know, an edgelord take. I apologise for that, but I stand by it. It is not as good as everyone says. So there. Boo, Yaboo sucks to you all. But tell me how wrong I am in the comments down below. I will gladly accept the downvotes for, hitting a sacred cow in this instance. I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that it needed more time in the oven, this game. And as I say, like, if you have a look at some of my older videos, you'll find out that Revenge of the Shinobi was my favourite game of whatever year that came out. Was it 1990 or 1989? Either way, it was, and it's probably my favourite Mega Drive game, Revenge of Shinobi. So there, yeah. So it's not that I'm anti-Shinobi, I'm anti-Shinobi 1. So, no. Of course, you have to kind of look at it from the time and what have you. And see where I died there? See that my last credit went? Again, you shouldn't probably run into people's swords, but at the same time, sloppy game, sloppy. But that is the end of my go, and you'll just see me put my name in here. I was thinking about this earlier on. I always put my actual name in, because if I put my initials in on my channel, it comes out as Jizz, and I wouldn't want to do that, would I? But that's the end of my go, and I'll see you next week. Like, subscribe. Okay, thanks, bye.